Salud, mi gente, your boys coming through once again. Before we continue with this video, do not forget to hit the like, subscribe to the channel. For those who've been showing love and support, I do highly appreciate every single one of you guys. On today's video, oh man, so your boy has been I'm on the go, right? I'm working, I'm stuff like that, so I can't keep up with what's going on in the internet. People have to actually send me clips, let me know what's going on, so I can go ahead and research it and see if I'm gonna make a video on it, right? So for those who do send me links and stuff like that, I do appreciate you guys. La neta, muchas gracias. So somebody brought up this situation with Lucky from Hoodstocks, in where he had made a comment that the black community on YouTube is not taking well, and I do understand that 100%, right? Always Lucky with the controversias, like always, right? And then you have No Jumper speaking on this, doing a whole mess, a whole table with certain individuals in it, and speaking about this situation, right? We have Munchies over here with the bottle. I thought he was gonna hit his cup, right? Isn't he blind? he was slamming that thing. I thought he was gonna hit the glass, his cup. Okay, so apparently Lucky, right, invited Loca to his podcast, and they decided to talk about the 6ix9ine, like Jenny 6ix9ine situation with Blueface, right? Again, who cares if Jenny 6ix9ine collabed with Blueface and she was flirting, she was doing all that? Who cares, man? It's not your sister, it's not your mom. Who cares? Just because I'm Mexican does not mean that I have say so in what a Mexican woman does. Nor I care. You know what I mean? That's her life. I got too many things going with my life to be worried about the life of another person. Like what she does, what she doesn't do. She decides to sleep with 100 men, 1,000 men. That's on her, right? That's on her. There's one thing that we have to understand, man. Everybody got preferences. If she likes black people, that's on her. It's all good, man. If black females like Mexicans, that's on them, man. Good for them, for sure. Whatever. It is what it is, man. A lot of us are like this. We like different flavors. Let's just call it different flavors. You got the Hispanics, you got the whites, the Asians, the black. You might not discriminate against nobody, right? And you can pick and choose if you want. You know what? Today I'm gonna be with the Asian, and just because of that does not mean that everybody has to throw a big deal. Oh my God, you see that? He's not with the Mexican. He's over there with the Asian. Like what? Like who cares what's to you, man? Worry about your life and paying your bills. Other than that, man, don't even trip about me. So it seems like people are making a big deal about nothing. I mean, it's her preference, her career, and she's gonna do what she's gonna do because she's a grown-ass woman. Simple as that. Now, if we see something weird and where this individual is actually trying to doing something that he shouldn't be doing, that'd be different. We of course we're gonna be commenting and be like, hey man, what's up with this guy, right? But other than that, man, she's doing everything with her will. Ponle, you're good, right? So they start talking about this situation with the 6ix9ine, and Lucky went and asked Loca, okay, do you like Blueface? And she was like, no comment, right? And then all of a sudden he kept asking the same question, like, hey, do you like African Americans? Do you like blah 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 blah? Do you like booty? Boom boom boom, right? And she said, nah. She didn't even took it that way. She was like, nah, I'm something 13, Pinot 13 or something like that, right? Or yes, I don't know what she was saying, but that's what she said, right? Now, because of that comment that Lucky said about booty, you already know, people decided to make videos on it, and I do understand that 100%, right? One thing about running a channel, podcast, you have to always, be conscious of what you're saying, how you're saying it, because a lot of people are watching you, and people might not take that as, I don't know, maybe they're gonna take offense to it. You know what I mean? So be always I mean, mindful of what you're saying. You know, I have seen different channels where one time they said the N word, but in the negative way. They didn't. I don't think they meant it like that. I mean, they didn't meant it that way, but they still said it, right? But again, that's why you have to be careful what you're saying and understand the meaning of it. You know what I mean? Nobody's perfect, but whether he did that in a racist term or not, man, that's on him. He's the only one who knows how he said it, how he meant it, and for those who took the respect to that, man, those guys are entitled to feel that way. Now, when we have no jumper coming up and basically saying, "Hey, I'm the patrol of the Mexican podcast to make sure that they don't get out of line when it comes to the brothers." All right, hold on, man. All of a sudden you're putting this cape on. All right, but how many Mexican podcasts there actually is? Honestly, how many Mexican podcasts there actually is? It's not that many. You know what I mean? It's not that many. Uh, to be 100% Mexican is Blue Devil and the full community, right? Now, okay, I understand that hood stocks represent. I think hood stocks more like urban. You know what I mean? Same with Blue Devil, more urban, more hood and stuff like that. It's different, right? I That's how I feel, you know. But again, we don't have that many Mexican podcasts. We don't, you know. So it's not it's not like you have to do a big job to make sure that everybody keeps online. Come on, man. Like really, this people. I do understand that you had to throw some salsa, make it all drop, put out a gang of drama on it. But man, there's lines. You know what I mean, and to try to instigate something about brown and black because one person made a comment, you cannot make that with everybody, man. You know, shout out to all the brothers out there, man. Much love and respect for sure, but you have to understand this, man. When I seen the no jumper uh, video they did, right, the clip they did on this situation, I see Munchie B over there with the bottle, man, throwing extras. I'm surprised he didn't just slap the guy right next to him. Who was that? Lush. He was making a whole deal with the bottle. Like I don't know, he needs to drink to speak about that. But he addressed all Mexicans, right? like, hey, we know that the girls on Figueroa don't mess with the. Or I don't know what he was saying, but he was saying he addressed all Mexicans as a whole, right? Just because one person made a comment, one person made a comment, not even full Mexican, but anyways, does not matter. But one person made a comment, and just because of that, we're gonna bring everybody together and put everybody on the same bucket. You know what I mean? Like this guy, no jumper, Adam 22 said that Lucky is the only one who has the balls to actually express and say how he really feels about blacks. Like trying to make it seem like everybody else feels a certain way towards blacks. You know? In prison, I met a lot of black people, bro. Like honestly, I'm just gonna keep it real. Growing up, there's diversity. You have to understand. There's like a division. Like okay, we're Mexican. There's blacks and stuff like that. Then one thing you have to understand: once you start interacting with them, with other races, man, you get to know them and see how they are, man. Maybe at one point you can have an idea. The same is gonna go vice versa and stuff like that. But I have good ass conversation with brothers, man, and you know what? That's why when I went to prison, I was like, damn, that's why the brothers they're with it, man. They're with it. They're cool, you know. But I do understand that people are gonna have their own beliefs and whatever the case might be, let it be, right? But as for me, and I know for a lot of individuals who are Mexicanos and have our channels, our podcast, we don't feel that way. We don't feel that way. So for Adam 22 trying to make it seem like everybody's the same and we have some type of hate or we feel like we might be that blacks might be less than us. That's not cool, man. And it shouldn't be like that. It seems like maybe he's trying to divert the 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 white versus black against black versus Mexicans. It shouldn't be like that, you know. But anyways, well, lucky from who I said was not right. For whoever have an issue with that, you address him directly. You shouldn't involve no other Mexicans. You shouldn't involve the whole race or the whole ethnicity group. I mean, keep it. I mean, keep that energy towards him. It's like this. I cannot dress what Munchie B said, right? And when I dress this, I cannot include everybody because not everybody is the same. Not every brother is gonna feel the same. Not everybody's brother is gonna think the same. So I cannot do that. That would be some ignorant decision of me, right? So we have to be a little bit smarter with when it comes down to this type of content and address it straight to the point. Go to the source and call it that issue, man. Whatever is gonna be done, let it be done. And I don't agree with what Lucky said. Do I believe that he said it in an ill intention? No, I did. I don't. You know, but I still don't think it was right. And because of that, of course, there's gonna be consequences. So here they are, all right? So with this being said, we are out to next video. Saludos a todos. You have a wonderful day.